downtown San Diego and Petco Park on a Thursday night. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. It's time for Padres baseball. Next. Standing in, Adam Rocket. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Adam Rocket.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And it's fouled away.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Conforto on at first, nobody out. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Dickerson going back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 2-run shot to left center. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as it's now a 7-3 game.
Wow, there's a case of a ball up in the zone. Not the easiest pitch in the world to get underneath and drive it out of the ballpark. Good piece of hitting right there. Ball up in the zone. He didn't miss it. He destroyed it.
Adam Rocket, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
That last at-bat, he didn't crush that changeup for a home run. But listen, a home run is a home run. This guy's awfully strong, and he can hit it out to any part of the ballpark.
He's set. Here it comes. Needed a sand wedge for that one. Swung on and missed.
You can't allow this offense to get going right here. Leadoff man on doesn't kill us. Let's try and roll a double play right here. Let's execute a good pitch down and away. See if we can get a ground ball and rely on your defense a little bit.
And that finds its way through for a base hit.
A tough stretch on the road. To win the first game of the series has got to feel pretty good. Something to build on for tomorrow.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Rockies led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Tyler Anderson wins his 3rd of the season. Matt Andriese was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. Brian Shaw hammers down the save, his 19th of the campaign. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The weekend is on deck, and so is nighttime baseball from Petco Park in San Diego's Gaslamp District. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. It's Padres baseball on the show, and it comes your way next. Digging in, Adam Rocket. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Rocket.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
The 0-1 hit down the third base line, but this will get foul for strike 2. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Dickerson going back at the track. The wall. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. 8th home run on the season for him, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
And that is why you just can't put yourself in a bases-loaded situation. You've got nowhere to put the hitter, and he knows it. Sets up.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adam Rocket. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. 6 runs, 7 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Takes this the other way to right. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. The throw into second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Now this is the way you want to start off a series. We haven't even hit the weekend yet, and he's on the board again, this time with a double. This is going to be a good 4-game set for him. Baseball is to win some games at home, so this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. San Diego took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Mike Lee earns his team leading 11th win. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to downtown San Diego and Petco Park. We've got baseball on the 4th of July between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. Looking forward to this matchup, and it's next on MLB Network. Into the box now, Adam Rocket, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Rocket.
From the stretch. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike.
Hey, I don't mind you taking one right there. This pitcher's been struggling early. You got to make him work, see if he'll get in his zone. If he's willing to walk a few guys and then someone pops one over the fence, this game could get out of hand early.
Comes set, and the 0-1 is taken for ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike. That's a ball.
And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Now the 2-1 pitch is taken for strike 2. Lamb leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Grounder down the line at third, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Digging in to try it again, David Dahl, as we begin the top of the 4th.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas on, because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of.
Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt attempt. Digging in once again, Adam Rocket. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Back up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here as this ball game is over.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers, not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top in the end.
13-11, the final score here. The Rockies swung the bats well with 16 hits. Wade Davis earns his third win of the year in relief. Fernando Abad takes the loss, only his first of the year. Brian Shaw wraps it up for the save, his 20th of the season. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. Sunday afternoon for baseball at Petco Park. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Colorado Rockies and the San Diego Padres. It's Padres baseball next on the show.
One of the more underappreciated quality lefties in the game of baseball.
Batting sixth, second baseman.
Set to get his day started, Adam Rocket, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. He's set. Here it comes. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. These Rockies guys, they come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. Hey, you know what, D-Roll, this is one they'd like to win right here. They win the first game of the series, drop game 2, win game 3. They'd like to keep the momentum going here, D-Roll, win 2 in a row and win 3 out of 4 in this series.
Yeah, you want to definitely get a chance to win this series today. Play good baseball. You don't want to go on that seesaw. We'll give you one, we'll take one. They need to figure out a way to get it done today.
Might have been ball 3 there, but he couldn't resist trying to pull that thing.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity on it.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Missed with a slider.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts, you can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history.
Riding in, Herman Marquez, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Ready on 1 and 2. Popped him up. Rocket is there for it. And that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up, all tied at 1 and 1. Now in the box, Adam Rocket. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Scott rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. Ready with the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. The 1-1. Fouled off. Conforto on second. Lamb on at first with nobody out. The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Fouled away. Smoke toward third. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Hey, he might have been able to get his body in front of that. I don't know. The bottom line is
2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hit out toward second. Rocket is there, and there are 2 away now. Into the box now, Adam Rocket, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch on its way. Now a flare out toward right center. And that will fall as he comes through. It's a base hit. And there's out number 2.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't get the toughest one of them all, a triple, but it was still an outstanding showing with the bat.
A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. San Diego came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Carter Capps gets the win in TNT Park here on a Tuesday night. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next.
He throws quality and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Coming to the plate now, Joe Pennick. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Grounded back up the middle. Rocket is there. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame. And here's a look at the hometown Giants starting lineup in this one. Anybody catch your eye? Next to bat for the Giants, Andrew McCutchen. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
The 0-1 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there. Base hit. 1 run is scored. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And he is out at the plate. Trying to get a little too greedy when he didn't need to be. And this ball game is over. And tonight's comes to an end. 6-3 the final. The Friars used a 3-run 9th to help propel them to the win. Chad Kuhl earned his 9th win of the year. Madison Bumgarner pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Summertime by the Bay, AT&T Park in San Francisco. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Standing in as the potential tying run, Adam Rocket, but a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Comes set with the 0-1. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
The 1-1 home. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will land out there just foul. Swing and a little blooper to center. Henson ranging forward, but he won't get there. It falls in. And they are on the board as the run scores from second to make this a 2-1 game now.
Boy, a big game yesterday from these guys, Giro. It takes them a little while to get through on the score column, but finally they get through in the middle part of this game.
Yeah, Dan, yesterday it was a fight to get to the bat rack. Everybody was swearing.
And he puts a bow on this one to end it. How about his 25th save of the season? He's proven to be a solid tool at the back of the bullpen, and every team needs one of those.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Giants took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Johnny Cueto earned his 9th win of the year. Matt Andriese pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Jerry Spamiglia records the save, his 25th of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to the Show Nation. A truly gorgeous afternoon for baseball now from sunny AT&T Park in San Francisco. Today it's the rubber match of this 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. 2 of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Ready for another chance? Brandon Belt. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Hard hit ball to second. Backhanded. To second for 1. On to Hosmer, a double play, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this.
Wow, they were banging on all cylinders from the leadoff man to the number 9 guy, the owner. They absolutely cruised to a 7-run victory. If it were only always that easy, right?
8-1 is the final score this afternoon. The Giants jumped out to an early lead in the 1st and never looked back. Chris Stratton earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Mike Leake was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.